Now, like many of you, I have heard a ton of Bob Marley songs, but I am not a big Bob Marley fan. And I know how much of an icon he is, but I never truly knew like how deep of an icon he is and what he actually did for like his country, the community, and just the world in general. And so going to this movie, I didn't know anything about Bob Marley, but walking out, I feel like I've learned a lot about him.
Here's Johnny.
My mom always said life was like a box of chocolates.
Expecto Patronum!
Bob Marley One Love stars Kingsley Ben-Adir and Lashana Lynch, and is about the story of how reggae icon Bob Marley overcame adversity and the journey behind his revolutionary music. From the director of King Richard, a movie I very much enjoyed and gave Will Smith his Oscar and the famous slap, comes the brand new Bob Marley movie coming out this Valentine's Day, which is very strange because this kind of movie felt like a movie that could have awards talk, especially for our two main leads. But hey, after watching this Bob Marley movie today, I can truly say I'm confused on the low score on Rotten Tomatoes. Like, I don't watch any reviews of like positive or negatives before going to see the movie, but sometimes it's hard going on Twitter and then you see like the Rotten Tomatoes score for movies. And I saw how low it was, and I was like, damn. I was like, because the trailers didn't look that bad, honestly, and especially with Bob Marley. Again, I don't know anything about him. So watching this movie tonight, I mean, I definitely did not hate this movie whatsoever. Biggest positives is Kingsley Ben-Adir and Lashana Lynch. These two are the reason to see this movie. 100%. Kingsley Ben-Adir is a guy that has been popping up a lot lately, and with him playing Bob Marley, I mean, he was really good, like, honestly. And I've only heard like songs, and I've seen like one or two interviews in my entire life that the real Bob Marley, and like for the most part, I mean, he sounded like him. Now, I've heard criticism that he is obviously not like from where Bob Marley's from, and so the entire country of Bob Marley in this movie is about how much he loves his country and how he proves his music to be like worship to him, and how important it is to the people of the audience and people who could really see something in his music and bring happiness and joy. But there's so much hate in the world that Bob Marley as a person chose to do certain things for his career and the music that I found really interesting. Because again, I don't want to spoil the movie, because I know a lot of people who don't know a lot about Bob Marley. But people who are fans of Bob Marley, I mean, I think you should definitely see this one in the theaters. And like I said, Lashana Lynch in this movie, she's flat out Oscar winning. Like, I mean, damn good. Like, she stole the movie. Like, I'll be honest. Like, Kingsley's very good as Bob Marley. Very good. But Lashana Lynch is the movie. Like, I felt everything in her performance in this movie. Truly, I don't know how the Oscars are going to work for next year, but I would love some love for her. But it's February, and this movie's getting bad reviews, so it's probably not going to happen, unfortunately. But for the rest of this movie, beside the performances, everyone in this movie is very good. I think the cinematography works really well in this movie, especially when it comes to more of our concert scenes. The direction is very strong. The music, the vibe of the movie, the tonal shifts do work in most parts, but they do play with time. They go back and forth with present and past of how he became Bob Marley, and it goes into the time period of how effective he was, and the shooting, the incident that happened in his country, and how he wants to protect the people he loves. Like, I loved all that stuff. I just found it interesting. But again, this comes from a person who knew none of this stuff, really, any of it. I never really got to see how much of an icon Bob Marley is until watching this movie. So I really appreciate the movie doing that. Really, my only issues is when it does the time jump, whatever, some of the pacing kind of sucks a little bit. It felt longer than it is, like an hour, 45-minute movie, I'm pretty sure. It felt a little long, but hey, I mean, those music scenes really help the movie. I like seeing him create his music. I like seeing the create of the authenticity of his voice. Like, I like the music stuff, and I found it very interesting on what he's doing with his music and the people in his country. That stuff was also really interesting. So I feel like this movie really inspired me more to watch more documentaries on Bob Marley and his music. Truly. But in the end, I like the movie. I mean, honestly, I don't love the movie. It's not like Walk the Line or anything for me, but like, I enjoyed the performances, the direction, the cinematography, the soundtrack, the concert scenes. Some of the pacing's a little iffy with some of the time jumps, whatever, and some of the tonal shifts can be a little jarring, and how much is so much serious and how much is so just laid back and enjoyable. It's because it's a movie that feels like it's needed for what our economy is right now. So in the end, I liked it. I'm gonna give Bob Marley One Love a B minus. If you're a Bob Marley fan, go and see this without a question. If you're not, I would say give it a chance. Honestly, definitely like a good matinee kind of movie. It's really well acted. Seriously, Lashana Lynch, like, damn, she was a good actress before, but after seeing this, I'm like, damn, you are good. And you guys enjoy this movie review. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, everybody.